Hey, if you haven't been to the Made in Compton store with all their new Not Like Us merch and everything else they have, you need to fix that problem. Get out here on Willowbrook. It's a good thing because they ain't like us.
Derek King, Jacksonville, Florida, and Made for Compton. Love the store, positive vibes going around. Just stay blessed and continue to get it. And I will definitely spread the word down south for you guys.
Peace and blessings to the Made in Compton store. The hub is our roots. And a lot of people don't know that word hub mean love. So Hub City, Love City. And that's what we need, and that's what we're going to get. We're going to get love, and we're going to have the city united and together. And the Made in Compton store is one of the uniting factors and the positive people that's in the city of Compton. Peace and blessings always. Malik.
Yeah, today on Bone with Friends, I'm gonna have Mr. Farrow's gonna be my special guest, and we're gonna be talking about the foster care system, and then he's gonna give us pointers on, his mentorship and playing basketball and playing golf and playing pool, and he's just gonna enlighten how when you're a kid and you get involved in structured sports, how it's a way to really mature you and hone your skills in and give you some discipline and give you some some purpose and some sense of accomplishment. So without no further to do, we're gonna get to the video with me and Mr. Farrow. Hey, welcome to Bone with Friends podcast. I'd like to welcome my guest, Mr. Farrow, today. And we just going to be talking about, different things that's going on and, see if we could get some insight from Mr. Farrow. Mr. Farrow, you was running a foster care, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm. I
So
ran the foster care.
how was it, how was it getting to know the different kids that you took into your care?
Oh, just like meeting someone and, and you just try to get to know them, and just like if you just meet your neighbor's children, whatever, or someone in the market, anywhere, you just got to learn to, talk with them and get to know them, Yeah, that's about it.
Is it a such thing as a kid that's bad to the core?
He wasn't born that way. Just put it like that. They wasn't born that way. They developed their animosity and their mischievous deeds and stuff through people, whether their mother or some other foster children, or even their cousin, are they brothers and sisters, and then they become evil and mischievous, and they don't trust anyone because people has been hurt them so much. So I wouldn't say a kid is born to he'll get that jacket after he do so many things, okay? But he wasn't born that way. He or she was not born that way. See, I don't believe a kid is born evil. I don't think. I think it's developed through the evil society we live in.
Okay, well, I was asking you that one to lead to this one. Did you get any
Sure.
tough cookies?
Yeah, I got a few of them. Yeah. In fact, I want to adopt one. Yeah, he's very tough, and um yeah, but you do have to understand some children are born with mental disabilities, like bipolar and schizophrenia, where they develop, they inherit from their parents, so they're go back to your question is you believe in the kid born to the core? Yeah, you could probably say there are some children. So I had to retract on what I said earlier, but yeah, there are some children that have some difficulties mentally, born that way. But at the same time, with their disability, if they're treated right, it may not be that severe. You see what I'm saying? You know,
Okay,
they,
it seems like you
yeah.
got a lot of patience too. So I know you know how to deal with different behaviors. So it just seemed like you kind of well equipped, like you the captain to the ship.
Yeah, well, that's the main thing is patience and not getting angry about something that they may do. You might not like what they do, but anger, blinds your mental thinking. So when you're dealing with those children like that, you can't get angry with them. And I had a lot of experience when I worked in the group home. Oh, gee, very, very, very bad in that. And but I got along. They respect me, because I was never evil to them. I was there to try to help them, and they, eventually they knew that. Hmm. Yeah.
Nice. Oh, you say you worked in a
Mhm.
group home too?
Yes, I worked in several group homes. Yep. Yeah, several.
And you did that before you start fostering kids?
You know what? I was doing that while I was fostering children.
Oh, nice.
Yep. 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 My wife, she took care of the kids when I went to work. You know, I did that for about 7 years straight. Yeah.
Nice.
Mhm.
Sounds like you like mentoring to the youth.
Yes. Those children was between the age of 13 and 17. Okay, that's mainly who I meant to. I was in a uh, one home where they had smaller, younger children. From shoot 4 years old to about 8, 9 years old. But then most of the time I worked in group homes where we started off. You might get a 12-year old, but most of them he was 13 to 17 years old. Mhm. And but trust me, both of them, both of them could be tiring. Very very stressful. Okay, I think that between the age of 13 and 17, those are the most one. Those are that was the most uh, trying experience I had because let's see, the younger children from like 3 year old to 9, uh, that big, so you're not disturbed.
Mm-mm. Wait a minute.
I'm saying? But I had to put my hand on. Oh, I would say 12 years total. You know, I took off a couple of years, but 7 years straight for sure. And I went back one time and then stayed about a year, you know, and then shut it down, then about a year, and then went back and stayed about 2 years, and then I finally I quit, you know. Well, I got that's when I started working for UPS. I started working for UPS and gave it up. Yeah. Yeah.
And you say the older kids was more of a challenge than the younger ones, right?
Oh yes, yeah, they was because like I say, um, they're older and so they think they you know everything. You know how a kid when they get 13, 14 years old, he think he's just as smart as you are, you know. He
Yeah,
he haven't
absolutely.
learned. Yeah. You
I
can't
said
tell him anything,
absolutely.
Yeah, you can't tell him too much of anything, so yeah, and then they don't want to listen to anything you have to say, you, because think they know everything already. Yeah. So yeah, and being that they in that system where you know the group home I went to, they was there because they did something wrong with the law. So they broke the law and stuff, and they might have even hurt someone, and they didn't stole from people, and they have done a lot of things. So yeah, those and mainly they was boys. I did do one one. I did spend one time working with the girls, but I didn't like that, because uh, they try to, they try to seduce you, and then they're going to tell them that you try to seduce them. So, that's what happened
Yeah,
to one of my person I was working with. They said he was messing with them, and everything like that. And whether I don't know whether he was or not, okay, but that's what she said. But I was like, well, and he said he wasn't. So like, I could be in that same situation. So I quit. I quit the very next day when I heard that. I said, I'm out of here.
man.
I can't deal with that. I don't want that. A child molesting a child. When you're supposed to be taking care of them. That's a
I
heavy
heard
jacket
that.
put on somebody. Because you pretty much like a doctor. You don't have the doctor credentials, of course, but you supposed to be menacing in service to them to make them better, not for you to be messing with them and stuff. And so that could be a heavy jacket.
Exactly.
And yeah, I know. I don't know what happened to him, but I said no, I don't want that. I don't want to have no part of that kind of situation. Mhm. Yeah,
Man.
yeah, yeah. Because with me,
Well,
and especially
yeah,
with
we're
me,
gonna go ahead and
go ahead.
oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say,
No,
well,
I was
especially with
saying
me,
we was gonna go ahead.
go ahead, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say that, yeah, with me, especially with me at that time where I had foster children at the house, if I got even convicted for something like that, you know, um, they would take all the children from me. See, so I really couldn't risk that at all.
Oh, look,
Yeah,
I remember Michelle said they used to call you the basketball Mad Milker.
yeah. Yeah, he used to call me Mad Milker. I used to wear a white uniform at the job. All right, that's what we wore.
Okay.
Airplane mechanics. Okay, we wore a white uniform, and after work, I used to go down and play with the white uniform. So they start calling me the Mad Milker because I would milk their ass. Excuse my language, but yeah, I be getting on them. I was, I was only 5'8", but
Yeah,
I could play a guy 6'2", 6'3", because I had long arms and I was super fast. Okay, and
yeah.
yeah, that's why they called me the Mad Melker, because it didn't matter who I guard, I was on them, and then I could shoot good, and I was so fast, man. I would turn these guys around and I would put them on the ground. I had to move, man, where I'm going to the basket. I'm going right way, going to the right. Then I have a move where I could change and I'm going left on them, you know. And so a
Yeah.
lot of time when I put
It's like
that move
breaking
on them,
their ankles.
I put them on the ground because they think I'm trying to go right, and they try to twist their feet to catch me going left. I'm already gone, and they be on the ground when I pass them. Oh yeah, I did several people that way.
Yeah, that's what they
I
call
think that's
breaking
why
their
they used to
ankles. That's
call
what
me.
Allen Iverson used to do.
Yeah. That's what uh uh that's why developed my game started from Iverson, But yeah,
Yeah,
he had such a fast crossover move and everything like that. But I had a backward move to go through my back, and he goes through
yeah,
his legs. I couldn't do all that leg stuff, but I had a backward move that I could put through my back, and then I could dribble back with both hands in my back. I could pass it to my right hand, backhand in my back. So
yeah,
they I had the crossover move too, but I like to because sometimes the crossover move they could get the ball, but when I put it through my back, they had to foul me, because they can't
yeah,
get to the
exactly.
ball. Okay, so I put it through the back, yeah. And shoot, even after I stopped playing basketball, I went out there and played. I think I was like 57 years old. I put that move on those guys. They said, "Man, good move, good move." Yeah, yeah. I played it. I played up until I like 57 years old. I played ball. We went down to
Yeah,
Texas, man. We those young kids who was playing with us. I was 57. Another guy was 50, 55. Another guy was 49. And then we had my little nephew, son-in-law. He was about 23, and then we had another guy who was about 29. Man, we wore them youngsters, man. I was 57 years old, and another guy was 55, and another guy was 49, and then we had 123 and 129. And these guys, they was 17, 18. The older ones probably was only like 25. And they was good. They was good. But man, with the passing, because they want to be all ball hogs, right? So they
yeah,
want to pass. They wouldn't pass the ball. We was passing the ball, man, and we ate them up. And then when we beat them, they was like, "Man, you guys," the people on the side, "You guys beat them old man beat you guys." Shoot, yeah,
so
and
y'all
shoot,
put it on
we
them, huh?
wound up playing three games, and all three of them.
Yeah,
The gym closed down. They closed the gym on us. Mm-hmm.
nice.
Yeah, because all we had to do is guard one guy, because he ain't gonna pass the ball. So, we guard him and stop him. There it is, Every once in a while they would pass. We passed every time we went down, Everybody almost touched the ball, And then, somebody drive to the lane, we give it up to them. They didn't know nothing about that kind of stuff. They want to play one-on-one, but you playing a team, so you can't win no games like that. That's how I used to win. I used to win at the park too. We passed the ball. And I learned the people who wouldn't
Yeah,
pass the ball, I didn't want to play with them because they want ball hog and show off and everything like that. Well, that ain't it. I want to keep playing, So, I could do the same thing. I could go out there and shoot, shot. But then when they see that I'm not going to pass the ball, then they're going to double and triple team you,
yeah,
And and so it's hard to shoot over two people, let alone three people, you know. But the youngsters, they didn't understand that, so that's why we won all the games, most of the games that we played on. Mhm. Yeah,
Man, that good ball rotation.
yeah. You got to give up the ball. With the man give up the ball to the man with the open shot. You know. I got a man in front of me, but the man sitting in the corner. Ain't nobody on him. He got all day to shoot the ball. Or he have a
Hmm.
chance to drive. Ain't nobody in front of him.
Yeah.
So but you got a man in front of you. Yeah, you can shoot it. You can shoot over him, but it's hard to shoot over a man when he's standing right in front of you. But if ain't nobody in front of you, you got a chance to you know make a shot. Make a cleaner shot. But when you have to shoot over the man and he's trying to block your shot, that's a tougher shot. But I could do that. But it's a tougher shot. I'm not gonna make all of them, but let me set me up, and nobody's in front of me. I make it. I'm making 95% of them. The shots because I could shoot. And I could shoot distance too. You know, 3-pointers in the corner. But I'm saying you with a man on you, you can't make all those shots. But shoot, a man not in front of me, I'm making at that time, now I probably only make 5% of them. Excuse me. But at that
You watch
time,
college
shoot,
ball?
I watch college. Watch college ball a little bit. I don't watch it all the time, but I watch it. I watch a
Yeah, I
game
was gonna ask
probably.
you who you got in March Madness.
Hmm. Yeah, I watched that. I watched March Madness, because that's the best college team. I don't like
Yeah.
to watch these when they blowing these guys out by 20, 30 points and stuff. And that that's not an precedent to me. But like when teams play together that they're tight, they're close, play, they're pretty close to one another, and they
Hmm.
give each other a challenge, then yeah, I watch those games. But I don't watch those games when they blowing those guys out 20, 30 points. But you have to be careful. Sometimes they start off that first half and they up by 20, 25 points. And in the second half, that team comes back, man, and beat them. I like watching games like that too. Yeah. I like to see them come back. Yeah. Basketball is an exciting game. Very, very good.
Who do you
Very good
favor to
sport.
take it all away?
In college, in
Yeah.
college or in college, I haven't been really looking at it that much. I mean, I seen some of the team. I can't even tell you who's on top this year because I don't really watch college basketball that much. Now, when they get into the Sweet 16, or March Madness, okay, because actually it starts off with 32 teams, right? 32, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah. So yeah, then I take a look at it. I take a look at them, But right now, I don't know. I don't keep up with that much. Even pro basketball, I look at it, but I don't keep up with the standings that much until you get to the
Yeah.
playoffs. Then I really
So
check
till
it.
it get down to the nitty gritty, huh?
Yeah, that's right. Then I see who won't play who and all this kind of stuff. And that's about the same way I do with the college basketball. Yeah, I catch a game here and there, but I'm not I don't really look at the standings, seeing who's the top players and all that kind of stuff. I don't take my time to do all that. Hmm. Yeah. But
So what do
Yeah.
you think about golf?
Golf, golf.
I see you
You
got a
know,
little putting range in the backyard.
yeah, I got the putting range. Yeah, mainly because your Michelle suggested that. I said, well, that'd be a good idea, because otherwise you just have grass out there that you have to take care of and stuff like that. Why not have a putting range out there? So you get out there and hit a couple of balls and stuff like that every once in a while. It's cool. You ain't just looking at a grass thing. Yeah, so it
Yeah,
works out. It works out cool. And then I got my pool table inside, so when I have guests over here, they love it because they putt a little bit, shoot a little pool. And I got a dart board. They throw a little dart, and then we play dominoes, and so like that's where my party was that day. Oh, they loved it. Shoot, they was on the golf course. I mean golf. I mean the putting green. They was shooting pool. They was throwing darts. They was playing dominoes. And shoot, they enjoyed it. They enjoyed that, playing music, dancing. Yeah, so everybody had a good time. Shoot, they must have called me, at least a month or better after the party. Like, man, that was a good party, man. I enjoyed it. And then we had plenty of food. The food was off the chain, man. We had tacos, burritos. We had fried chicken. We had greens. We had yams. We had a roast. Shoot, I don't even. We had so much food. I don't even can't. And everybody took plates home with food home, and we still had a lot left over. Yeah, we had some food up in here. Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
All right. Well, this was a good show. We're gonna about to wrap it up. And
All right.
I'd like to say thanks for being on the show again, Mr. Farrow.
Oh, anytime. You're welcome.
It's always a good time talking to you. Very informative.
All right,
And
thank
it's
you.
always a good show.
Thank you. I enjoyed talking with you.
Well, have a good rest of the day and enjoy your Sunday.
I will. You as well. All right. All right.
Okay, will do. All right.
Talk to you.
Peace.
All right.
Got my flats in my sack, keep it neat, never slack. Made in Compton, got the plaque, that's a fact. Sip so smooth, let it stack back to back. Shiny and bold, yeah, the style stay intact. Hold it tight, got the grip, never lack. Fill it up, set it down, hit a clack. Built so strong, like a house with a stack. That's a made in Compton flask. Sip is a style, keep it cool, stay on track. Got the shine, got the knack, flats on the jet or the deck. Let it stack, let it stack. Plaque on the shelf, top tier craft. Feel the love, no act, made a Compton flask. Got to go get that yak. Raise it up, tip it back, that's a fact. Made in Compton flask on MICPT.com. Made in Compton flask. Oh yeah, oh yeah. That feels good. That tastes good. That look good. Made it Compton flask. Oh yeah.
Man, talking to Mr. Farrell, man, brought back memories when he said how kids, 13 to 17, they think they know it all. I remember I was like 9 years old. I thought I knew it all. I remember I used to ask my dad for some money, and then he'd bust out one of them stories like, man, I remember back when, and then he'd be like, when a gallon of gas cost 25 cents, or he'd be like, when a sub pop cost a nickel. And I'd be like, damn, man, I just asked for $1 and he could take me back to the Jesus Christ, when Jesus Christ was born. And it just was crazy. But then he used to have another way he started a story. And I used to believe these stories in its full entirety when he said, nah, now this really happened. But when he used to say them back then, I remember way back when, I used to be like, man, them was never all facts. I used to always question when he started a story like that because I knew it was an excuse not to give me $1.
I
So
see.
it's crazy now. I remember he started a story that he said he remembered way back in, and it was so far fetched, I couldn't believe it. But then when I had somebody else, one of his friends, bag up his claims and mentioned the whole story, but went from end to finish to beginning with the story, and my dad went from beginning to end, and I'm like, well, wow, it really made me think. I got to really stop trying to make people fit in a box, to make life simpler and easier to understand. Because the story that I thought was a lie was really facts. And then
Right.
some of the stories that I thought was facts was really fairy tales that my dad used to tell me just to pacify my imagination. So
Oh.
it was then when I learned that, it's like if you remain the same, you'll never grow, you'll never mature. So I always, start changing the way I look at stuff, changing my perspectives, changing the way I take in information. Because it's like if I get stuck right here, I can't grow. I leave myself no room to grow. I think I got it all figured out. And I understand that's what Mr. Farrow said. When you think you got it all figured out, you don't have no room to take in no advice or take in no new information. So I just wanted to end the show with that. What I mean? Quit looking at stuff the same way you was looking at it last year or last week. Take things into account, reconsider the way you analyze and evaluate things, because we're in a world that's constantly changing and information is coming from different angles, and some stuff that's far-fetched or seem far-fetched is really hitting right on the nail. So I just like to say that, start really analyzing the way you take information in and quit trying to make people fit in a cookie cutter. And if you can't fit a person in a box to make life simpler for you to easier for you to understand, it don't mean that that's necessarily the right way to calculate information. So with that being said, I like to say, wrap up this show and say, well, I always end it. Peace.